So guys, in today's video we're going to be making this beautiful dress having two Ankara fabric pattern. It's a Bubu Kaftan dress with drawstrings on the side. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's always your girl Uwa Apparel. In case it's your first time, kindly hit the subscribe button and let's get started. So for the making of this outfit, I used 3 yards of Ankara fabric, which is what is on the table. Okay, so you can see the length of this pattern. This is the length of this pattern. It's about 25. So it's 25 inch, while this portion is it's about 17 and a half of inch. So what I did was I cut out this pattern separately. I removed this pattern separately and had to cut this portion to the length I want. So let me show you what I did. So I have this which I joined. Okay, so the full length of this dress is going to be 45 inches. So I have to join here, cut it out, so it will give me the portion that I want. And after joining, this portion is, so I have this portion as 38. So I have 38 inches plus the border 39. Then I also went ahead to cut out this as well. Okay, and the full length of this is 9 inches. So this will be at the top. All right, and so it is of equal length in 36 inches. It comes in 34. So I'll go ahead now to join both patterns together. So I'm simply placing it on top of each other, the right sides facing each other. And this is what it is looking like after I've joined. So I'll go ahead now to fold in two. So the fabric I have here is for both the front and the back. So I'm ensuring that my foldings are properly arranged, and after that I'll go ahead to take the measurement for my neckline. So to start with, I am taking the measurement for the back, which is 3 inches width into 2 inches of depth, and I'm simply connecting both points together using my curve rule. So for the front neckline pattern, it is a V neckline, so I'm going with a depth of 8 inches, and I would also be connecting that point using my straight rule to the very top. Okay, so after I was done doing that, I'll go ahead now to take the measurement for my shoulder slope, which is 1.5. You could make do with 1 inch, and I'll go ahead to connect that point back into the neckline area using my straight rule as you see me do. So I haven't done that. We're going to be taking our sleeve width. So for me, I took a measurement of 9 inches. You could go with 10. All right, you could also go with 9.5. So I'll rule a straight line across that point I just made now, so that I would be able to take my bust circumference measurement on that line. All right, so for my bust circumference, it is 40 inches divided by 4 to give me 10. So I'll make a point there now, and next to that I added extra 5 inches allowance. So the measurement I took there in total is 15 inches. So from that point, I'm going to be taking a straight line measurement all the way to the border area of this outfit or of this fabric. So you could make it straight or slant. Okay, so I actually took a slant measurement all the way to the border area. So around the armhole point there, as you can see me indicate with my finger, I'm simply using my curve rule to make a curve around that point. So that is simply the arm area of the sleeve, the armhole area of the sleeve. Okay. Also, at the border area, I'm going to be making or drafting a simple curve. You can use your free hand or use your curve rule. So I started with my free hand and then I used my curve rule for ease. Okay, so this is optional. You could leave yours straight instead of drafting a curve around the border area. And so I went ahead to cut out my pattern from the fabric. So ensure to cut out the back neckline measurement first, and then I'll go ahead now to separate the fabric for the back, and I'll be cutting the V neckline pattern for the front. So that's basically it for the drafting of the body of this outfit. Okay, so flipping it over to the right side, this is what the front pattern is looking like, and this is what the back pattern is looking like. It's already taking a very fine shape. Okay, so I'll be placing the front pattern on the back pattern now, the right sides facing each other, and I'll go ahead to run my stitches around the shoulder areas as you see me indicate with my finger. So after I was done stitching, so I have my fabric on the table. Next, I'm going to be piping the neck area using my bias. You could cut out a piece of fabric from this fabric to pipe the neck area. I also went ahead to make foldings around the sleeve portion, folded it inward twice, and I went ahead to run my stitches on the sleeve area. So next, we're going to be making the casing for the drawstrings. So take note of the way I am placing the fabric for the casing. And you can see I am placing this fabric for casing on the top pattern, and you can see the portion I'm indicating with my finger. That is where I'll be running my stitches, and I would also be repeating it for the back side of this dress. So I'm also placing it on top of the pattern, the fabric pattern for the top portion as well. So ensure to fold the edges inward as I did. So after stitching the first time, this is what it is looking like. So I'll go ahead now to bend it inward as you see me do right now, and I would be running my top stitch on it. Okay, so that's basically it for the stitching or the sewing of our casing for this dress. So this is what it is looking like. Okay, so it is the same with that of the back. So next, we're going to be folding this fabric into two again, like the way we did when we started taking our measurements or our patterns, because we're going to be cutting out the fabric for the pocket of this kaftan. So I am simply folding it in four. As you can see, first it was in two, the back and the front side, and then now in another fold, making it four. So I'm going to be taking my waistline measurement from the top, which is 17 inches, and I'll go ahead to rule a straight line across that point. So I would also be making a notch around that portion there as you see me do now. So that's where the pocket is going to be attached from. So I have this piece of fabric that I had cut out. It's in four pieces. Okay, so the length is 11 inches while the width is 8 inches. So I'll simply be drafting my curve for the pocket using my free hand. You can use your curve rule. Okay, so for the side, I'll take a measurement of 7 inches. That's where the opening for the pocket will be. So it is 7 inches wide. And I'll go ahead to cut out this pattern as you see me do right now. Okay, so this is what would serve for our pocket. So I'll be separating it into two pieces each, so one for each side of the pocket. So I'll go ahead now to open up my fabric, and I'll be placing one piece of fabric on each pocket sides, the right sides facing each other, and I'll be holding it in place using my pins. So I'll be doing this for the front side and also for the back portion of our dress. Okay, so ensure you hold it in place using your pins. And like I mentioned, the pocket is attached from that point where we made notches, which is the waist point. So having done that, I'll go ahead to run my stitches around the portion I'm indicating with my fingers there. So I have two drawstrings here, which I'm going to be passing through the casing that we stitched earlier. So using my pins, I'll be passing it through the front casing and also the back casing as well. So now that we are done passing through our drawstrings, I had gone ahead to fold my fabric in two now, the right sides facing each other. So I'm going to be stitching the dress on both sides as you see me do right now. So my stitches is going to be around that portion I'm indicating with my fingers. Okay, so I would also be doing that for the other side, and then also I would be stitching the border area or the hem portion of this dress, which is the bottom. And after I was done, this is what our dress is looking like. Our bubu dress looking very neat. You can see the border area there. I'd run my stitches like I mentioned, and it is looking very fine. So this is me pulling on the drawstrings to adjust the dress the way I want. Are you going to be trying this out? Kindly leave me comments below in the comment section. Thank you so much guys for watching. I'll be seeing you on the next one.